indulgers, as promised, today I'm here to share the Tooloo Beef recipe that I used in preparing my Dawadawa and Tooloo Beef Jollof rice. This recipe was taught to me by a lovely lady in Kumasi Market in Ghana. At the time I was shopping for food items to take back to Australia with me, and there she was sitting alongside the smoked fish seller. So we got to talking and she asked me whether Tooloo beef was sold in Australia, and when I told her that I had not seen anybody selling it, she kindly taught me her method. I have tried and loved her recipe, and it is time to pay her kindness for it by teaching it to all of you. But before we jump into this recipe, a very warm welcome to my returning subscribers. As always, thank you all for indulging me with your presence. If today is your first time chancing by my video, I hope you enjoyed today's content and consider subscribing and joining this community. So today for my choice of protein, I'm going to be using lamb shanks. I prefer to make Tooloo beef with the cut of meat that still has the bone attached to it. The bone marrow makes a great difference when it comes to flavour. I have placed my lamb shanks into a bowl, and I'm going to follow that with some sea salt and some table salt. You may use whatever salt you have available. In addition, I've also added some negro pepper and some cloves. This is known as kimba in Hausa, and kanamfari. Our market auntie suggested adding these two spices not just for the flavour, but she also mentioned that these spices also help keep away rodents and insects. Once you have an adequate amount of salt and you've thrown in your spices, go ahead and cover your container. So today I'm using a used yogurt container, so this yogurt container was otherwise going to be disposed, and so I have poked some holes for ventilation on top of the lid. And our Tooloo beef is ready to start the curing process. So after the first day, you'll find that there's a lot of released moisture. The salt has extracted any extra blood and liquid from the meat. So once you pour out that liquid, add in some more salt and continue this process for about 5 days. So every other day I will pour out the liquid and sprinkle a little bit of salt. After adding the salt on the second day, cover up the Tooloo beef and set it aside for 3 more days. 3 days later, your Tooloo beef should be ready. Pour out the remaining liquid and pack your Tooloo beef in a Ziploc bag. Don't forget to date it, but it should last really long in your freezer. I'm pretty sure up to 6 months and over. So if you'd like to see how I use this Tooloo beef, please go and watch my Dawadawa and Tooloo beef jollof rice recipe. Before we part ways, I have a Momoni recipe you might be interested in. This is fermented salted fish, which also serves a very similar purpose to Tooloo beef. Thank you all for your wonderful company. I look forward to meeting again in my next video.